안녕하세요. 김원장의 인사이트입니다. 오늘은 뱅크 오브 아메리카의 수석 자동차 분석가로 활동하고 있는 존 머피가 야후 파이낸스에 출연하여 테슬라에 대해 인터뷰하는 영상을 가져왔습니다. 먼저 요약 설명드리고 나서 테슬라에 대한 흥미로운 영상 전체를 함께 보도록 하겠습니다. 이 영상은 테슬라의 현재와 미래에 대한 깊은 통찰을 제공하며 앨런 머스크가 이끄는 혁신적인 비즈니스 모델에 대한 다양한 이야기들이 담겨 있습니다. 일론 머스크는 대부분의 사람들이 존재하지 않을 것이라고 생각했던 것들을 현실로 만들었습니다. 머피는 인터뷰에서 테슬라의 두 번째 성장 단계에 대해 이야기합니다. 그는 테슬라가 전기차 및 자율주행차 시장에서 어떻게 선두를 지키고 있는지, 그리고 앞으로 어떤 새로운 제품들이 출시될 예정인지 설명할 것입니다. 특히 로보택시와 같은 혁신적인 비즈니스 모델이 대도시에서 교통 문제를 해결하는데 어떤 기여를 할 수 있는지에 대해 심도 있는 논의를 나눌 것입니다. 또한 앨런 머스크의 독특한 경영 스타일과 그의 비전이 어떻게 월스트리트를 놀라게 하고 있는지도 다룰 예정입니다. 머피는 머스크가 수십억 달러의 자본을 효과적으로 활용하여 테슬라의 성장을 이끌어내고 있는 방식을 설명합니다. 이는 기업의 자율성과 장기적인 비전이 얼마나 중요한지를 보여주는 중요한 포인트입니다. 이 영상을 통해 테슬라가 인류에게 미칠 긍정적인 영향과 환경 문제 해결을 위한 노력에 대해서도 살펴볼 것입니다. 머피는 테슬라가 어떻게 더 나은 미래를 만들어가고 있는지를 설명하며 여러분이 이 기업에 대해 새롭게 이해할 수 있는 기회를 제공할 것입니다. 그럼 이 흥미로운 인터뷰 영상을 함께 감상해 보겠습니다.
You're full on Tesla. You've covered Tesla for a while. And what caught me, amongst many things in your notes, we'll pick apart your analysis and your coverage of the company. Tesla is about to enter its second wave of growth. What does that look like to you?
So, I mean, I think, it's the new core to future company. And it sounds kind of weird because we in our comments, we have this framework of core to future and basically leveraging the ICE business and the truck business to fund the future, which is AV and EVs. Tesla is obviously at that next level with their EVs and their AVs to some degree. And what you're seeing is this real wave of core being sort of new products that are coming next year, as well as some beyond that are funding the future. And what we just saw was an improvement in gross margin that's helping fund this future. So I think what we're seeing is the evidence of funding of that future. And the future is cybercab, next gen models, potentially full self-driving sooner than people are thinking, as well as potentially the robotics, that they've shown at the Robotaxi day, as well as energy storage. So you think about that, there's kind of a soup of things there. And when you think about a stock like this, there's this huge opportunity curve out there, or frontier of all these things that can go right potentially for the company. And then you have this very strong core that's developing right now that's funding that. So the wave is going to look like many different things. It may take many different shapes as we progress through the next few years.
You've been doing this for a hot minute. Have you ever seen a company like Tesla before?
I've been doing this for over 25 years. I've never seen a company like this before. No, it's pretty impressive. And I think when you look at what's going on at Tesla, it's not Tesla, but you have Elon with SpaceX and everything that's going on at Tesla and XAI. And I think we have a real innovator, whether you like him or not, that is really kind of shocking the world and bringing a lot to the table. And, we've had a lucky run here with Tesla with almost free capital for, the better part of a decade. So he's been given tens of billions of dollars. But the reality is he's done something really amazing with it and is really pushing the envelope, which I think is going to be great for humanity over time. Hopefully Americans.
As someone that has covered this company literally, I guess, Dave, from ground, what is it about Elon? How is he able to surprise Wall Street and deliver, I would say, a very surprising third quarter, but I would say a surprising year, and then come out with things that most people thought wouldn't even exist?
Well, I think the answer no doesn't exist for Elon. If it's possible at all, he pushes forward. And I think there's a very important thing that the other companies face, and it's a constraint on capital. And that really is important. I mean, when you're focused on profits and returns in the short run, you can often lose focus on sort of the 1 to 20 year vision and what you really need to do to drive those earnings going forward and new products going forward. So I think with the luxury of his celebrity to some degree, as well as his intelligence as far as getting things done and dreaming about them, it really provides an opportunity that other companies don't have. The answer no doesn't exist, and the idea that you have to hit certain profit return hurdles in the short run, they're unconstrained from in a significant way, which is very important for long-term value creation.
Are you a big believer that this country is going to be filled with cybercabs?
So I think autonomy is something that's far more important than people are realizing. There's the simple side of this, which is the Robotaxi fleets that I think the cybercab will probably play an important role in. But to be a selfish New York-centric New Yorker, which I've been for my entire life, we've done a lot of analysis on New York City, and there's a little over 13,000 yellow cabs here in New York City. They drive about 1 billion miles a year, right? So if you think that you can get your cost per mile lower than them or a human driver, that's less than $1 a mile. I think you and I would be happy to pay $2 a mile.
In New York, $25.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the cost of moving around New York City is incredibly high, and you're going very slow. But if you could take that down and undercut, taxis and Ubers and Lyfts dramatically, you could have a huge business model. I mean, whether you pick $2, $3, $4, $5, each dollar above $1. So if you do $2, you're doing $1 billion a year in EBIT. There's actually room in New York City. It's hard to believe. Around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, late in the evening, and in the outer boroughs, right? Being a kid from the outer boroughs, there is a need for transportation there. So if you could go out and you could say, listen, I'm going to help you with your underserved community that is a hard time getting to work and getting their kids to school, and I'm going to charge them $2 a mile, which is a very efficient way, at low cost way to get people around. There's a huge opportunity in major cities.
Tesla monetizing humanoid robots?
Listen, I travel a lot for work, and if I could have a clone back here in New York taking care of my kids and running around and doing a lot of other work for me, I would love it. So, and I might pay a lot of money for that.
지금까지 뱅크 오브 아메리카 존 머피의 인터뷰 내용을 함께 봤습니다. 그의 높은 통찰력이 놀랍습니다. 또한 일론 머스크가 테슬라의 성장 가능성에 대해서 높게 평가하고 있는 얘기에 절로 공감이 됩니다. 테슬라 주가는 내년까지 계속 상승할 겁니다. 대박 나는 그날까지 나는 여러분들과 함께 걸어가겠습니다. 이상 김 원장의 인사이트였습니다.